Y'all ain't finished. Y'all ain't finished. Make you come ready to go this next week.
How about those?
Are you ready for the best Kansas City Chiefs insight? Welcome to the Four Guys in a Bar podcast, presented by Chiefs Blitz and sponsored by Eric Haynes with the Eric Haynes Group. If you're looking for a real estate expert, call Eric Haynes today at 816-729-3785. That's 816-729-3785. Now, here is your Chiefs Blitz host, Nick Athan, with Lou Montagna, Andre Tillman, and Hense Todd.
Welcome back to the next edition of Four Guys in a Bar, presented by ChiefsBlitz.com, your number one source for Chiefs news. I am your host, Nick Athan, alongside my partner extraordinaire, producer of this Four Guys in a Bar podcast, Mr. Hense Todd. What's up, buddy?
What's up, guys? What's up, man?
What's up? It's good. It's Red Friday. We got a Super Bowl in 2 days. So before we bring on the whole crew, let's talk about our...
I just want to apologize for the delay, guys. You know what I mean? Thank you for all the comments in the chat. Thank you, John, and thanks, Ruben, Kareem,
Ken,
everybody that's in here. So let's go ahead and get this show on the road. Let's go and hear from our sponsors right now.
All right, let's talk about our sponsor, Mr. Eric Haynes with the Eric Haynes Real Estate Group. If you're looking for someone who can walk you through the process of buying or selling a house in the greater Kansas City metropolitan area, there's nobody better than my good friend, Mr. Eric Haynes. He helped my wife, Emily, and I find our dream house. It was a long process. There were a lot of ups and downs, but he and his team were absolutely incredible, and they got the deal done. They got the deal done because he was there every step of the way. He took every text message. He took every phone call. He told us not to worry, and in the end, he delivered, and that's what you want for the best real estate experience. So give Eric a call at 816-729-3785. You can email him at esellskc@gmail.com. Next up, my incredible wife, Emily Athan. If you're looking for someone who could help you navigate through the waters of the health insurance world, there's nobody better who understands it than my wife. Listen, if you want a government option or a private option, if you're looking for a plan for yourself or a self-employed group or a small business family, whatever it might be, you need to understand what you're eligible for and the best plan available, and you want to find someone who understands the marketplace in the private sector. So for a free quote today, give her a call at 913-215-9086.
Emily.
Next up, the guys at Resell Electronics, roll tape.
Emily.
Save big on the hottest electronics. At Resell Electronics, we offer the best deals on new and pre-owned TVs, game consoles, cameras, plus so much more. With 2 convenient locations along Noland Road in Independence, stop by and visit us today.
That's right. Resell Electronics is your one-stop shop for all of your consumer electronic needs. Hey, if you've got some old stuff lying around the house, they'll give you cash. And if you want to buy the latest technology, you want to get old games, you want to get phones, TVs, tablets, whatever it is, they're your number one source. They've got 2 great locations in Independence, both on Noland Road at 1214A South Noland Road and down on 40 Highway Noland Road inside the flea market. So if you want a great deal, this is your one-stop shop for all your electronic needs. Check out their website today. That's resell.com.
Resell.
And now our newest sponsor, the one that we're very proud to have as part of the Chiefs Blitz family, that is the guys over at Underdog Fantasy. You can play the pick'em game. I do it every single day. Pick your favorite NFL stars, including Patrick Mahomes and Jackson, and Burrows, Jefferson, Bosa. It doesn't matter who it is. Hey, Josh Allen as well. You can play the NFL. You can play other sports. You get a chance to win up to 1,000 times your entry fee. Plus, it's available in 33 states. Deposit now and get up to $1,000 in bonus cash to join the millions of fans who've won billions on Underdog Fantasy. Got to check it out. Hey, when you go into the website, make sure you use the code Chiefs Blitz. Right here, you can see how easy it is to navigate through the process of making your favorite play of the day. And you can do multiple teams. You can do multiple players. It is the best fantasy game out there. I play it every single day. Make sure you check out underdog.com and use Chiefs Blitz code to make sure you're registered with the All right, that's underdogfantasy.com. They got a free pick this week. You can play Travis Kelce. So go ahead and sign up. And when you register, make sure you use the Chiefs Blitz code and become part of the Chiefs Blitz family that plays this amazing game through Underdog Fantasy.
He does have to get a yard. He has to get 1 yard. I think we're pretty safe there.
Probably the first play of the game.
1 yard is all you need, and that's what I think he would get. So hey, if you knew on here, go ahead and hit that Chiefs code and go ahead and get that free pick. You can't get it no much better than 0.5 yard total yards, and I think you'll get more than that. So guys, go ahead and hit that free pick today.
All right, we got the full crew today. Mr. Lou Montagna, Anonymous Mango from overseas, and Coach Andre Tillman.
That's right. Hey, that's right.
Here.
That's right. Hey, remember, if they get a sack, you ain't getting no Big Macs. Hey, if they get a sack, the Chiefs get a sack, there's no Big Macs today. You know what I'm saying? This weekend, I would say this weekend.
Is that an Eagles thing or something? They give away Big Macs?
Nah, you get a Big Mac. I don't know what you're talking about.
What Big Mac?
I don't think they sacked Patrick Mahomes 2 years ago in the Super Bowl with that vaulted defense.
I don't know. I think I don't know. This might be the year. This might be the year for the Eagles to go ahead and get that sack.
We'll see.
But guys, we are 2 days away. 2 days ago. 2 days ago, guys, and it's finally here. Hey, a lot of people down there in New Orleans. You know what I mean? Everybody's hyped. The Eagles fans, the Chiefs fans. But guys, it is 2 days away that anybody, this year, but besides the Chiefs kingdom, didn't see this happen. A lot of people around the NFL said, "Hey, it was the paid refs. It's this, it's that." But the Chiefs are finally here.
Who said that? Who said it was the paid refs? I didn't say the paid refs. I'm just saying, call it down the goddamn middle. Shit, just call it down the middle.
But on that side over there, somebody on that side, everybody know him in the chat. That's Coach Straight. He said it in,
Hey, I have nothing against Patrick Mahomes, man. All I'm saying is call the damn game down the middle. That's all I'm saying.
He should be excited. He should be excited. His boy won comeback player of the year for the second time in his career.
Hell with that, man. He should have got MVP. So now ain't about stats no more. Now I know Lamar should have got it, but I mean I don't know the given. To me it was like a popularity. It was like a charity pick. It was a charity giveaway. It was a charity.
Josh Allen is the MVP of that football team. He's the MVP of the league. I think Lamar Jackson is not the MVP of the Ravens. It's the running back. Sorry.
Hey, well the stat says different, Nick. The stat says different. My man went there. He was 2 turnovers away, miraculous numbers. It was almost similar to my boy Joe Shiesty. You know what I'm saying? He was almost similar. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
I don't know. Did Joe make history winning that comeback player of the year award for a second time?
He made history.
Has anyone ever done that before?
I don't think anybody's ever done that.
That's legendary.
That's pretty interesting. He's stacking them.
Look, back to back. He ain't got you stacking them. He ain't got no rings though.
Hey, but it's legendary though. Nobody never did it. It's legendary. He did it and he put a stamp on it. He put a stamp on it.
Bling.
That's right.
We got somebody doing here. Go ahead and shout them out, man.
All right, we got Daritza Sanchez, and her comment on the game is she thinks Mahomes can win the MVP because you can't go against Mahomes. I can't disagree. Demetrio, Chiefs offensive line, about to be snatching Eagles players by the throat.
Whatever. That's
John Harrison with the stats. They played last year in Super Bowl 57. The Chiefs were up 17-7. Mahomes threw a pick. Mahomes threw a pick, and in the end zone should have been up 24-7. Kelce fumbled at the 9-yard line. They controlled the defense and only had 8 of their 11 starters. There you go.
John made a comment down there. He said Myles Garrett won Defensive Player of the Year, but Patrick Surtain accepted the award. I mean, do y'all agree with the Surtain should have got Defensive Player of the Year? Do y'all agree with that, man?
I think what John's referring to is, again, I think I'll make reference to it when we get to Factor Cap, is just the whole production of that honors show was just a little bit off all night. At least that was my view of it. And I think they messed up graphics twice. I think they were announcing Sterling Sharp. They had the camera on Eric
Yep.
Allen. They throw up the graphic for Defensive Player of the Year, and it says plainly Myles Garrett. But they announced Pat Surtain.
Yeah.
So okay, John. My bad. A good elaboration on it, Lou. Because I'm like, what?
Everything was a little bit off last night. It looked
even the MVP vote was a little bit off. You're right. You're absolutely correct.
Let's get into our show topics of the day.
Mango's like, I'm not talking about any of this crap. It's nonsense.
Mango, go ahead and read the first question of the day.
Oh, well, I wasn't alive for Super Bowl 4, so I can't answer this much. But will that Super Bowl 4 magic spread across New Orleans once again, fellas?
I got an article coming up here in about an hour after the show, and I talk about the Super Bowl 4 team a little bit, and just the whole, New Orleans magic. It was the last game of the AFL before the NFL merger in 1970. It was the Vikings were the most dominating defense of that time, and the Chiefs go in there and Hank Stram and Lenny Dawson and Otis Taylor and Mike Garrett and Frank Pitts and that incredible defense with Buck Buchanan, Bobby Bell, Jim Lynch. I mean, they dominated 23-7. And a lot of those guys are gone. There's a few of them left. I know Bobby's down there in New Orleans celebrating, the 55-year anniversary or so of that Super Bowl. But man, oh man, the synergy. The Chiefs are practicing at Tulane Stadium where the game was. They're undefeated in New Orleans in the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes is undefeated in a dome. I just have a great feeling about this. And I think absolutely the Super Bowl 4 magic, Lenny Dawson, Hank Stram, Buck Buchanan, all the other players we've lost, the NFL guys are going to shine down and glide the Chiefs to victory.
Well, I mean, again, Mango, I do agree with you because I wasn't born in that time either. So these stats they new to me now. They're new to me. But Nick said he had a good feeling about it. So I'm gonna ride with you on this one, Nick. Maybe I got the same feeling you got. Mahomes, he's undefeated in the dome. He undefeated in the dome. I'm just saying, undefeated, man. I'm gonna ride with you on that one. We'll see.
Fair enough.
We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, if it could last 55 years, I guess it could. I mean, I was telling you guys last show, I was watching it on YouTube over probably about, I don't know, for probably the 5th or 6th time in my life. But it was it was like the first time in maybe 5 years. So, a lot of times you watch it, you think you remember it a certain way, but then you watch it again. And quite frankly, it was a pretty boring game. The Chiefs were very surgical offensively, a lot like this team is.
Yep.
The other defense, like Nick said, is coming. 2 years in a row, the NFL's defense was supposed to be just lights out. The Colts the year before, Namath took them apart again. Short passing game, surgical. Len Dawson, surgical with the passing game. Mertz in the run, and the defense just kind of they didn't give up any big plays. Right. So, I mean, it was just and watching it, I just got the vibe that these two teams kind of have like a kindred spirit.
Yeah.
And I think it's
very similar
between Hank Stram and Andy Reid and just the way they call the game and watch football and just kind of the way they see the game. So
that's a good observation.
I'm just looking at it from, hey, can Andy steal maybe a couple more plays from that?
They used 65 toss power trap last week,
right?
2 weeks ago.
Maybe that reverse they ran like 3 times to Frank Pitts just blows open like every time. I mean, it was pretty cool to watch that though.
Yeah, man. Well, hey, that's something to say. I do some research on that game my damn self. Then give me something to do today.
Well, I put it like this. Yeah, if they can go back down there and pull off some magic. And then they only can do it with the Magic Man himself, aka the Boogeyman, on this show. Patrick Mahomes can get it done. Everybody else is looking for everybody counting. ESPN is counting Chiefs out once again, like they did against the 49ers, and we all seen what that happened. How that came across. A lot of people are stacking the chips against the Chiefs and saying, "Hey, this is not going to get done. The magic's not going to happen. The buck stops here." But the buck doesn't stop here because you got the magician man is down there in New Orleans going to work some magic once again. So just if this happens and it goes on and if they can pull off some New Orleans magic once again, I feel like the only one can do it is Patrick Mahomes. You know what I mean? If he just lies on his shoulders, it dies on his shoulders.
The magic man down there. Well, he is down New Orleans to where do a lot of certain magic down in New Orleans now. I don't know. Maybe we're not in Kansas City. Right. So the Arrowhead Magic is in Kansas City. Now you down there in a whole different atmosphere now. The whole different atmosphere of different magical realms and stuff like that. So we'll see. We'll see how strong Arrowhead is, the Arrowhead spirit. We'll see.
Some of the Eagles have gotten surprisingly ill during the course of the week.
Right, Lou. Some of
that bad gumbo.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Who's the witch on the Kansas City side?
I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. I don't know. I didn't say it. I don't know. I didn't say it. I don't know.
Didn't Vermeil's team lost in the Superdome to the Raiders?
They did.
When he brought the Eagles there before. So
So Dick Vermeil, Andy Reid, you know what I'm saying? I see it. I see what you're talking about, though. I mean, I don't know. It might linger to Andy Reid, but you take it close.
Maybe it's Chucky, man. If y'all watched Chucky back in the day when Chucky had a little voodoo doll and he was
where is Chucky?
Where's Chucky, man? I don't see him.
He over there in the back there, man.
There he is.
Oh yeah, just kind of
Chucky over there slumped up. He's slumped. I don't know. Yeah, he's slumped over there. He's full.
In the dark.
Yeah. He's full, man.
He needs a more prominent position in this whole thing.
I'm gonna move him up pretty soon.
Yeah, come on,
man.
Next question, Mango. What you got for us?
Is Andy Reid the greatest of all time with a victory on Sunday?
Will he be a GOAT? Can he outpass Tom Brady? Not Tom Brady, but Belichick. All the other coaches. Belichick.
So Belichick, he's the upper echelon for us awards, Super Bowls and whatnot. Andy Reid is a phenomenal head coach, but he'll get closer to him. He'll get closer to Belichick. I'm not going to say he's better than Belichick, but he'll get close to Belichick. He'll be right there behind Belichick. You know what I'm saying? So he'll be close.
Yeah, well, Andy won has a ring as a coordinator. Well, he wasn't a coordinator. I think he was just like a tight end and offensive coach with the Packers when they won. Right.
Nick.
So you saw Belichick, and another part of Factor Cap was he was flexing last night with he wore I think every ring he had.
8 rings, yeah.
I mean, both hands looked like they were full. All right, I
think his girlfriend had one of them too.
So I think the bottom line is again, much like the debate that will go on between Patrick and Tom will be that he will have done something that the other hasn't. With that win, because that three in a row may just weigh heavier in the court of public opinion. But in my opinion, he's got to be in that conversation.
No, that's a good point, Lou.
Even if he doesn't win, but if he does, he certainly, I think, may be right there with him in terms of just the ability that he's shown to completely change the narrative from him being a coach in Philadelphia to Kansas City to where now he is like 180. He is Mr. Situational Football. Yeah. He is Mr. Clock Management. All the things that they were kind of shooting arrows at him for when he was in Philadelphia, why he couldn't get over the hump, is what he's excels at now in Kansas City. So just the transformation that we've seen is just amazing. So I think because he'd have one up on him, you'd have to kind of give it to her. He's going to be right there.
I like what you said, situational though. That was a really key statement right there, because you look at Andy Reid, his whole career coaching, man, he went through a lot of adversity. Even when Mahomes went down against the Browns in the playoffs, man, he put Henne in there, man. The way he coached Henne up, the way he put these guys in and placed these guys, that's something Belichick really ain't familiar with, because he always had Tom Brady the majority of the time. But looking at what how Andy Reid had Alex Smith and what he did with Alex Smith, you know what I'm saying, taking the Chiefs to the playoffs and turn the culture around, and just personnel wise or whatnot. So that's a good argument though. Man, if you win this though, Lou, now if Andy Reid wins this one though, to me, I would put him up there with Belichick or maybe even better.
You gotta turn your mic down. It's kind of popping, sir. Nah,
me?
Okay. He's just popping in general.
He's got a hot mic.
Look at him.
Hey, is everything good? Is that better?
Turn it down a little bit, sir.
Imagine those blackout shades.
There it is. Yeah, my blackouts, man. You know my blackouts. You know what I'm saying? Is that better?
Good. I don't know if it's pretty good. But again, can Andy Reid get? I feel like it. You know what I mean? Yeah, Belichick got out on rings, but it all comes down to like somebody what you haven't done before. Somebody haven't done it before. You know, can you just overlook past his rings, Belichick rings, and say yes, Belichick done this? You know me, but he did have Tom Brady, but Andy Reid have Patrick Mahomes as well. But
yes, I will. Anyway.
No, but again, so I would say yes, he could be the GOAT. I would say yes. When Sunday victory come, Andy Reid be sitting there over Belichick and his 8 young rings.
Nice.
As you get the quote.
Hey, before I comment, John makes a great point. The last special teams player to win MVP was Desmond Howard in New Orleans. He wore number 81. Could that magic be the same for Remigio in New Orleans wearing number 81? Just another synergy.
Calm down, Mango.
John, are you a numerologist?
John's bringing the numbers. I love it,
man. Mango ready. Go ahead, Mango. Man, speak your mind on this comment right here with John saying, Mango. I thought you want to say something. You're smiling and blushing. Say something. Go talk to him, Mango.
I mean, I'm always gonna root for Nico to do well, and you know, I've said this on the last show we did, but the Philly special teams are prone to give up big chunk plays. Their special teams coach isn't great, and he just seemed to can't really get him to do anything that affects him in a positive light. I mean, besides Zach Bourne. And we've seen Nico's popped off the last 2 games, and I just think, you know, things come in threes, you know, a 3-peat and
That's
Nico
right.
taking one to the house. It's
That's
just,
right.
It's meant to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's meant to be, huh?
I think with Andy, I mean, you know, even in the early stages of his career in Kansas City, he had the clock management issues. You know, he had time of possession issues. I mean, there are a whole lot of things. And, you know, Alex Smith came in and I think he did a incredible job, but Alex was limited in certain areas. And then obviously once Patrick arrived, I think Andy just said, okay, now I got a Rolls Royce quarterback. Now he's going to cover up a lot of my mistakes, but I have to learn from them. And I think the evolution of 7 years now is Patrick Mahomes being the starter is that, you know, Andy trusts this kid. And I think for Andy though, you know, Belichick's got 8 rings total. I think for Andy, if he three-peats, and it is a crying shame this guy gets no votes for Coach of the Year. But I think if you're going to put a GOAT label on it, Patrick Mahomes will be the greatest of all time, and I think Andy will be the greatest of all time just for winning these 3. Now, no one else is really going to view it that way, but I think you have to really respect how incredibly difficult it is to win the majority of your games in 3 regular seasons, to go through the playoffs undefeated, and to be in your 3rd straight Super Bowl, and NFL
win all them close games as well.
And the NFL honors last night, there was no celebrating the Chiefs. There wasn't much on Coach of the Year. Spags was like last in assistant coaches. I mean, it's such a disrespect. But you know what? It just fuels the Chiefs, and they don't give a shit about any of that stuff. All they care about.
That's a good point.
He was nominated.
He was nominated.
He was in the Final Four, whatever Coach Reid, which is an upset because normally it doesn't even get to that point.
Yeah, that's true.
Because, again, the veteran guys always get – and it's the same thing with Belichick. I mean, he was always kind of passed over for those types of awards.
But people just hated him.
Which I don't think the awards always tell the whole story.
No,
it just happens to be the narrative that particular year. And in terms of the assistant coach, Ben Johnson was just kind of like he's been the it guy for the last few years. And, you know, Spags is defense, he's offense. Offense kind of sells tickets. So
Yep, we just continue to get disrespected, so it is what it is. But again,
hey, man, listen. When y'all get disrespected, it gives y'all fuel. Embrace the fuel, guys. Y'all getting disrespected. Y'all don't be cheered and loved, do you? No, be get disrespected. Let the fuel, gas, use it as fuel, gentlemen. That's why I'm a Bengals fan, because I don't know what the King doing. That's why I'm a Bengals fan. We embraced the fuel. We embraced it. Comeback player of the year. Joe Shiesty, man.
Coach is so used to being disrespected. He has no choice.
I embraced
but
it
to
with you.
embrace it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
What do you think about the question, Mango?
I mean, I think it certainly puts him within the realm of being one of. I mean, it's hard because Bill Belichick was great, but like Andy's, he's there with him for me if we win on Sunday. I wouldn't say he's greater than, but I wouldn't say he's less than, if that makes sense. I think he'd be on par with him, for me at least.
Yep.
Right.
Fair enough.
So fair enough. So what is the next question now, Nick? Go ahead.
Which Chiefs player besides Mahomes and Kelsey will step on Sunday?
Joshua Williams.
Really?
That's a big one. Yeah, I
know why I said it? Because him versus, and I hope like hell they put Joshua Williams on AJ, man. Because that's physicality. He got the size, got the speed, athleticism. Now, if he wants to be respected, he locked down AJ. He locked down AJ. He got my respect. I've been talking about this man for the last two years, man. Right? You locked down AJ. You got my respect, man. You got my respect.
Yeah,
you might be better than McDuffie. Who knows? I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's still a mystery. I've been kind of asking for that, and no one seems to ask the coaches, and it didn't come up at the Super Bowl. Yeah. Did Tu get hurt? No, he's still out there on special teams, and it seemed like he was playing pretty well. I mean, not like he was gonna, like be rated one of the best in the league, but I think he certainly played well enough to keep getting snaps on defense. So yeah, I mean, if that happens, that would be kind of definitely an X factor.
You'll put a smile on your face, Lou.
Absolutely, because
that's right.
What the hell happened? Why
yeah.
I'm like, damn, he locked up AJ.
And he doesn't have the pressure on him now that Jalen Watson is back too. He can just kind of feel more natural in his position and in the role he has to play. So I'm excited for what to see. But
you damn right, Ruben.
Who would be your surprise player?
I would say this, the guy that you mentioned is Jalen Watson, because he is back. Hopefully, based on what they're saying in terms of practicing, playing the games that we've seen him play, he's getting more and more snaps, and now it's like, well, he's good to go. He's 100%. He's out there. So I look for him. If the game plan goes the way you think it's going to go, they're going to try to go all out to make sure Saquon doesn't blow the game up. So the offshoot of that is that Hurts is going to be throwing the ball a little bit more. So, okay, Jalen Watson, Trent McDuffie. But I think in this particular case, Jalen might get a little bit more action. So I'll look for him to, make some plays and, kind of show his worth to the world that, he's the dude.
Yeah, listen. Wait, hey, Ruben, put the comment back up there for me, fellas. Maybe I'll do it. Hey, yeah, you playing for my goddamn respect. You sure is. Damn it. Why not? Jalen, you banged up, man. Let Williams go out there and earn his keep. Earn his paycheck, man. Put some love on Williams, man. Hell yeah, he's physical. He got every attributes to get out there and get it done. Just turn around, baby, when the ball's in the air, baby. You be in good coverage, turn around. Easy peasy.
I just say this. It's gonna be one guy. I know a lot of people gonna say Alec, what's his name? Joe Tooney or this person. I'm gonna say Trey Smith, right? This is your contract year. You looking for the big bag. You want the money. Show them on the biggest stage that you deserve that contract. All the other guys that's coming on that D line, they arguing that this is the best D line, this the young best Georgia Bulldogs D line that you got to face. Show you say, hey, I'm from Tennessee. We don't play two. We're gonna bring in the competition right here today, right on this field. Tennessee versus Georgia. So if I'm Trey Smith, that's the guy that need to step up. I know he gets stepping up after the playoff, but this is the biggest stage. Your contract is on the line. Clark Hunt is looking down on you. Brett Veach is looking down on you. They want to see if they're going to pay you or Nick Bolton or Trent McDuffie. Somebody get that extension. So if I'm Trey Smith, I say, why not me? I want the bag. I want the money, and I'm putting everybody out here on the field on their ass all day long in this game.
All day buttocks. Man, you talk to him, man.
If I'm Trey Smith, hey, this is the game. This is the game for Trey Smith to show and put this team on his back and say, hey, I'm the best offensive line. I know y'all say Creed, but I am. I'm the best offensive line.
It's a good toss up. I mean, they got three great offensive linemen. Man. Yeah, they got three great offensive linemen, Thuney and Humphreys and Smith.
Oh, my bad. Now you're talking about the Eagles, dude. Yeah, the Eagles got some studs, boy. They got some.
Carter's been a little bit under the weather, but he'll be good to go.
Oh,
I mean, for me, I already know who Mango's going to choose, but for me, I think it's going to be Hollywood Brown. I think he's going to have the game of his career.
That was my second.
I think he's going to have 6 or 7 catches with at least one touchdown. Mm-hmm. I think the amount of work and his passion for the game, his willingness to go through 5 months of rigorous surgery and rehab. To me, I just think he's the one guy I don't think the Eagles defense can cover with Xavier Worthy out there, with Kelsey out there, with D-Hop out there. I think he's going to be the X factor. I know there's a lot of reliance on Xavier Worthy, and I think Mark Schlereth, who I don't agree with anything he says, made an interesting point today that the offense that the Chiefs are running goes more through what they think Xavier Worthy can do than any other player. So when they go to the run read option, then they have or the run pass option. Then they get a situation where it's kind of where is Xavier Worthy on the field. But for me, and I want D-Hop to get a ring more than anybody on this roster. But for me, Hollywood Brown is going to make that play that is going to turn the game around, and he'll be up there in the MVP conversation.
All right, real quick. Grant says Worthy and Hollywood speed on that turf might hit a little different.
So with Devonta Smith too with the Eagles. So speed is going to be.
Ain't no excuses. Ain't no excuses because ain't no wet fields this game. Ain't no slip and slide this game. So mano, man.
Cardinals growing that grass long and keeping it wet.
Yeah, keeping it wet. Yeah, all those excuses.
Keeping it. Yeah, that's right.
The thing with when you were talking about Trey Smith, Hensley, Jalen Carter. I mean, if the trend continues from hearing everybody talk about this, because the game obviously has been dissected, trisected, whatever, a million times, that Carter tends to line up to the offense's right side. So Trey Smith may be lined up over Jalen Carter for most of the game.
Yeah.
So whether it's, Jalen Carter or Nolan Smith or Wyatt, whoever it happens to be, he's going against Bulldogs. But Jalen Carter's the one that you keep hearing, he's the next one. That's like Chris Jones Jr. That's the guy. So if he's the one that's going to blow up the game, Trey Smith, hold up, do your thing, and get the bag. Yeah, absolutely. He gets it anyway in my book, but why not?
Hey, honestly, guys, I think that the Chiefs offense, the interior offensive line, is gonna have to put some work in because they got some dogs, Mojo. They got Milton down there. They can get after the quarterback, so they got some legit pass rushers besides Carter. So them guys gonna have it tough down there in the offense line, the interior. It's gonna be a challenge for them, though. It's gonna be a challenge.
Go ahead, Mango. What you think?
I was in two minds of which way to go, but I'm gonna go for Juju Smith-Schuster.
Ooh, I like that.
He the last time we played the Eagles in the Super Bowl, he had 7 receptions for 53 yards. Against the Buffalo Bills, he had 2 receptions for 60 yards. I think, if he just has even, again, 2 big plays, that certainly goes a long way. And I think I expect Philadelphia to play mostly in zone, and I think Juju does quite well in zone. So I think this is like one of those games where it's going to be like Travis, D-Hop, Juju really well, Noah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to go for Juju.
Interesting. John Harrison thinks Leo Chanel or Nick Bolton. And then Grant has a big game for Big Mike Pennell, who has just been, he has been nails all season long in stopping the run, and he's going to be key in
the trenches, man. It's going to be the fight. Going to be in them trenches, man. That's the real fight. It's going to be in them trenches, boy.
I agree.
So with that said, that was our first part of the questions of the day, because this is the Super Bowl show. So we're
Breaking news. Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Uh-oh.
Got the baby.
Bring it up.
Where is he?
I mean this in the nicest way possible. Chiefs Kingdom is rejoiced because Sky Moore is officially doubtful for Super Bowl 59.
Oh, come on.
Come on, man.
Oh, no negativity. No negativity.
We're going dark. We're going dark.
What's in that can, sir? What's in that can? You brought on.
It's orange juice. It's orange juice.
No, wait, guys. Go on, because all year everybody in the comment section been bashing Sky Moore, man. Is it really bad? I mean, everybody know he wasn't gonna play. I mean, come on.
Hey, kudos to him for coming back from surgery.
It's not the news; it's the zeal in which Mango decided to.
It's the how he said it. Nah, it's just like I got faith in Sky Moore. I wanted Sky Moore to really, impose his will this year.
Whether he was healthy or not, for all of a sudden, just in the Super Bowl where he hasn't really played most of the year, we're gonna activate him. Come on, but I do appreciate the sentiment, Mango. I like the zeal. You stay on brand. Okay,
yeah, always.
Nice.
There's a second piece of breaking news, if you will.
Go ahead.
Former Chiefs wide receiver Dante Hall, I'm sure you're all familiar with him.
The X Factor
says he's expecting a big game and a big return from Nico Remigio on Sunday.
Nice, love it.
Legendary support.
Hey, now he do got the physical build to own that role anyway. I think he got it. I mean, like all his breakouts been crazy. Like he got it though. He got it. I can see him doing that. I can see him having a big game.
Coming into the year, that was kind of like the body type that they were talking about with the new kickoff rule that they were looking for. Somebody that has some speed, but more built like a running back rather than like a lanky or skinnier receiver, because it's like breaking the line of scrimmage and then you're gone. So
exactly.
Somebody to get past the 30.
You find your role, man. Know your role. Play it to the hilt, and let's go.
Know your role. Shout out to The Rock. Know your role.
Let's get to factor cap. Then we can
gang. Here we go. It is Friday, the last Friday before Super Bowl 59. Fact or cap. I will read a series of statements that probably are just interesting to me, evidently, but I will read them anyway. And you all can choose, is it a fact or is it cap? Either way, just tell us. And then if you have a comment, go ahead and leave a comment as well. So I talked a little bit already about the production value of the show being a little bit off. The other part is Snoop trying to be like a comedian and make jokes just weren't hitting. I don't know, man. It seemed like Keegan-Michael Key, he should be permanent, I think. But anyway, the screwed up graphics, but Bill Belichick flexing, the rings, the 24-year-old girl, the NFL 100 jacket, and just like he never attended one before. And why was he there other than him and Prime were on stage giving an award? He was there to flex on the NFL, man. Petty Bill is my favorite Bill. So anyway, the statement is this: Keegan-Michael Key should be the permanent host of this here program. Let's go, Hense.
I'll say cap. I'll have it rotating back and forth because it was a little stale to me last night. So that's on. That's why I say Cap.
But he did it a couple times. It's just the production, but everything just seemed to like flow. Yeah. It was funny. It was whatever. Yeah, let's go, Nick. What do you got?
Fact for sure. I mean, I thought last night's production was terrible. I thought the results of the voting were all fine. Nothing that I really disagreed with, but
no, just the show. That's what we're referring to.
The show sucked.
The entertainment value of the show. Yeah,
it was low.
Hey, Haley Steinfeld made like a public appearance with Josh Allen. That was another thing. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. It was a little boring from me, especially Nick. I'm gonna piggyback off what you just said. I think the MV vote was bad. It should have been Lamar Jackson. But other than that, man, I think it was terrible.
It's the only thing the Ravens and the Bills fan base has to banter about in the offseason.
Clowning.
Okay, number 2. Here we go. Playoff Pat. I mean, it happens every year. He uses his legs. They had some called runs against the Bills, which was a little bit different. And from what I understand, he's been lobbying to get more running plays called, showing Nags cut-ups of Texas Tech and some other plays. So the statement is this: Patrick, not Kareem, not Pops, will be the Chiefs' leading rusher Super Bowl Sunday. Hensley.
I'll say cap to that one, because I think Kareem Hunt is on the tear right now. He won to show this. He's been waiting on this type of game. He was biting at the chips to get here. So now he's here. All the chips that fell in his lap. So this is time to shine. So I say be a cap.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Hensley. Cap. I think Kareem Hunt's going to be the leading rusher. In fact, I think he's going to rush for over 100 yards in this game.
Whoa! Wow. Okay.
I just think this game means way too much to him. Everything he's gone through, and I go back to that video being pulled over, and I think that's going to fuel him to be amazingly special on Sunday.
What do you got, Coach?
Man, hell no, I'm going to fact. Y'all must have no play Super Bowl Mahomes. Man, he's going to run for 50 in the possible. Kareem is okay, but he's going to run for 50 in the possible. This is Super Bowl Mahomes, guys. Come on. You think going to sit in that pocket when the chips is down, Mahomes is going to take flight. He been doing it the last Super Bowls. Man, come on. Y'all stop playing. Y'all stop playing. Fact all day, man.
All right.
Yeah, you know where I stand on that one. I think the playoff Pat is he just takes it to another level, right?
Yeah, man. Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, next one. Let's go. This is a George Karlaftis special.
Ooh.
Saw this come across on the old X machine there. George needs 3 sacks to have the record for most sacks in playoffs in your first 3 years. He would pass guys like Richard Dent from the 85 Bears, Nick Bosa, I think Lamar Woodley from the Steelers. So he needs 3 sacks. So the statement is this: George does get 3 sacks on Sunday, and defensive player wins the MVP. Ooh. Hensley.
I would agree with the sacks, but I say cap to the MVP. I think it's gonna be Pat gonna get MVP, but I say yes. I agree. So I'm torn between the two. So I'll say cap on the question.
3 sacks. He's got to be MVP. Come on.
I'm
gonna say cap. I mean, I think 3 is gonna be a big stretch to be able to do against this offensive line. As much as I want the Greek Freak and my fellow Greek man to do it, I don't see it. I think he gets a sack, maybe a sack and a half on Sunday.
I think it's a 6 sack. I agree with you, Nick. Against this offensive line for the Eagles, he's not going to get. He probably even scratch hurts. The defensive player, MVP, a defensive player, I don't know about that either.
Been a
while. I don't know about that either.
Yeah,
so yeah,
it's certainly anymore. It almost seems like it automatically goes to the winning quarterback, regardless of the situation. So it's up there for Pat or Hurts. But yeah, he gets 3 sacks, man. Come on, George, let's do it. All right, last one. Now it kind of goes in hand in hand with one of the questions we had earlier, but I'll put it this way: even though George is going to be the MVP, the guy we'll be talking about after this game is actually going to be your very own, earlier this week, Chief Who, Leo Chenal. Hensley, are you with us?
I'll say fact. I don't know how
Okay,
that
there
happened.
he is. All right.
There he is.
He
But
like
fact,
disappeared. All right.
a fact. I'll say that'll be a fact. I feel like he gonna be the key option, to be spying in on Jalen Hurts, and also the key factor for the run game for the Eagles, the Saquon Barkley. So I would say yes, he would be the guy that we're talking about, win or lose.
I'm going to agree. I think fact. I think between the ability to block kicks, to be the spy, I think he's due for a really big game. I mean, he has solidified that third linebacker position that was vacated by Willie Gay, and he's an overall. He's just a good gadget guy. He can do everything. He's the ultimate glue guy on this defense, along with Drew Tranquil. But I think Leo is a name we will definitely be discussing Sunday night or Monday.
Coach.
I don't know about all that. I'm gonna say Cap. I'm just gonna go with Cap. I don't think he'll make a real impact on this game for real. I don't think it's gonna be him.
Well, if you go back to the Chief Who segment on Wednesday, he has been a stat stuffer in his last two Super. That's all he knows is Super Bowls, right?
Yep.
So in his third one, I have no reason to believe that it's going to be any less. He is going to make an impact on the game because he's either going to pick one off, he's going to force a fumble, he's going to scoop a fumble, he's going to block a kick. He may do them all. Okay, so. Yeah. Leo's my guy. So, yeah, Leo, we'll be talking about him.
Put a little love on him, Lou. It's all right.
That is going to do it for this week in Fact or Cap, Super Bowl version. And, of course, now brought to you by
Underdog Fantasy. .com. Make sure you use the code Chiefs Blitz when you.
Hey, Ruben, I'm not hating, Ruben. I am not hating, sir. I'm just stating, I'm just saying.
So with that said, let's get right to the sponsors.
All right, let's talk about our sponsor, Mr. Eric Haynes with the Eric Haynes Real Estate Group. If you're looking for someone who can walk you through the process of buying or selling a house in the greater Kansas City metropolitan area, there's nobody better than my good friend, Mr. Eric Haynes. He helped my wife, Emily, and I find our dream house. It was a long process. There were a lot of ups and downs, but he and his team were absolutely incredible, and they got the deal done. They got the deal done because he was there every step of the way. He took every text message. He took every phone call. He told us not to worry, and in the end, he delivered, and that's what you want for the best real estate experience. So give Eric a call at 816-729-3785. You can email him at esellskc@gmail.com.
Proud sponsor.
Next up, my incredible wife, Emily Athan. If you're looking for someone who could help you navigate through the waters of the health insurance world, there's nobody better who understands it than my wife. Listen, if you want a government option or a private option, if you're looking for a plan for yourself or a self-employed group or a small business family, whatever it might be, you need to understand what you're eligible for and the best plan available, and you want to find someone who understands the marketplace in the private sector. So for a free quote today, give her a call at 913-215-9086.
Emily.
Next up, the guys at Resell Electronics or Royalty.
Emily.
Save big on the hottest electronics. At Resell Electronics, we offer the best deals on new and pre-owned TVs, game consoles, cameras, plus so much more. With 2 convenient locations along Noland Road in Independence, stop by and visit us today.
That's right. Resell Electronics is your one-stop shop for all of your consumer electronic needs. Hey, if you've got some old stuff lying around the house, they'll give you cash. And if you want to buy the latest technology, you want to get old games, you want to get phones, TVs, tablets, whatever it is, they're your number one source. They've got 2 great locations in Independence, both on Noland Road at 1214A South Noland Road and down on 40 Highway Noland Road inside the flea market. So if you want a great deal, this is your one-stop shop for all your electronic needs. Check out their website today. That's resell with a C, electronics.com.
Resell.
And now our newest sponsor, the one that we're very proud to have as part of the Chiefs Blitz family. That is the guys over at Underdog Fantasy. You can play the pick'em game. I do it every single day. Pick your favorite NFL stars, including Patrick Mahomes and Jackson, and Burrows, Jefferson, Bosa. It doesn't matter who it is. Hey, Josh Allen as well. You can play the NFL. You can play other sports. You get a chance to win up to 1,000 times your entry fee. Plus, it's available in 33 states. Deposit now and get up to $1,000 in bonus cash to join the millions of fans who've won billions on Underdog Fantasy. Got to check it out. Hey, when you go into the website, make sure you use the code Chiefs Blitz. Right here, you can see how easy it is to navigate through the process of making your favorite play of the day. And you can do multiple teams. You can do multiple players. It is the best fantasy game out there. I play it every single day. Make sure you check out underdog.com and use the Chiefs Blitz code to make sure you're registered. That's right. And use that code. You'll get a free pick. Travis Kelce plus a half a yard, which means he needs a single yard, and you're guaranteed to win. So if you're going to play the Champions Pool, pick 3, 4, 5, 6 different players and include Travis Kelce in that. And make sure when you register through our website, you add the code Chiefs Blitz. We appreciate that, everybody. All right, here we are, guys. What's
you
next?
You start your entry with a winner. Right?
Yeah, you can't lose.
I mean, that puts you ahead of
Guaranteed
the game right
winner.
there. So yeah, I think I had mentioned earlier in the week to maybe ratchet down Saquon's overall rushing yards to get better odds.
Yeah,
because I think that's kind of the game plan for the Chiefs. So if you feel pretty good about Spags' game plan, putting that under, say, 90 yards, under 95, whatever you want to choose it to be, it'll show you exactly how it improves your odds when you make your selection. That's
definitely play that under.
That's my pick right now.
Me too. I already made the pick. It's all good.
Next questions. Are the Chiefs the true villains? A lot of people was arguing about this on ESPN and Instagram, TikTok, and more. So, are they the villains of the NFL right now? Is these guys? A lot of people said they should be. A lot of people say they ain't. A lot of people, saying they are. So, what do you think, Lou?
Absolutely. It's just you look in history and all these teams that were really winning, right? So whether it was the Bulls, the Showtime Lakers, I mean, you just get sick of it. Can't somebody else win? Can't somebody stop them? So they've gotten to this place where they were kind of like this downtrodden franchise that all of a sudden they got good and wow, this is great. They throw the ball over the yard, they score all these points, but then it was like, okay, well, they won again. Oh, they're back again. Oh, they're back again. Wait a second. What's going on here? So, and what happens is you just build them up so you can tear them down, whether it's, clickbait or whether it's just your casual fans that just get sick of seeing like the same team over and over again. But hell, I mean, it's history. It's greatness. Appreciate it, whatever. But absolutely. The answer is yes. I'm here for it. They should show up wearing all black. Forget about the walk up fits that are all different and colorful. Just everybody wear black
pants and a white jersey.
Walk into the stadium, man.
Yeah, I'll go ahead, Mango. You kind of
Mango already eating right now, but can't hear you, Mango. You already eating though.
There you go.
Go ahead. I got you.
Mango, you got DoorDash over there.
Go ahead, Mango.
I said I'll keep it simple, I'll keep it blunt, and I'll keep it very British here. I would say no. People are hating on us because they hate us and we're winning a lot. You see all this revisionist history. People like now with the Patriots, oh, they were so great, they were so loved. Pull your head out of your ass because you're only going to do this in like 10 years again with the Chiefs. Enjoy it for what it is right now. You are witnessing history. Just enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah.
Right.
Go ahead.
Well, I do believe they're more hated than Mayweather. I think they are more hated than the Patriots. They're more hated than the Bulls. But they're close to my Bengals though. My Bengals are most hated. But I'm gonna say this though. I'm definitely gonna say this. Yes, they're the.
Does anyone know when Dre's starting his Bengals show podcast?
Oh, man. I don't know. I mean, well, he's got a show every day of the week with a different team.
He is a show every day of the week.
Different hat. But the thing about the villain piece is that it's just a natural progression. But it's in terms of the Chiefs, and maybe why it gets ratcheted up is because of the media and because of all the commercials that Patrick and Coach do. All the Kelseys are on TV all the time, Taylor Swift. So that kind of adds to it. Because back in the day, basically the Bulls, it was Michael that was overexposed. I don't know that anybody else on that team really was. Showtime Lakers, it was Magic was showing up in all these things. But again, it wasn't really anybody else on the team. Whereas the Chiefs, it seems like everybody that's even close is overexposed. So people just are hating on them. So I think that's what makes them an even worse villain.
Yeah. And I think for me, I think the Chiefs love it. They embrace it. Nate Burleson did that interview with him, a year ago or 2 years ago, and just said, "Do you like being the villain?" And he just kind of grinned, and listen, we're the it team, we're the team that every franchise wants to be. You can sit here and tell me Bengals fans, Bills fans, Ravens fan, if they could trade with us, they would do it in a split second. And in the interim, they're going, here we go. Are we ever going to be good enough? And so they hate him so much and dislike him so much just with the hope that somebody's going to knock him off. And, the only thing about Snoop Dogg last night that was entertaining was, he said the Chiefs are the most hated team. And then if the Eagles win, they'll be the most loved team. And that would be a shock because I think people hate the Eagles as much as they hate the Chiefs. So, for Kansas City, yeah, they are. But this is what greatness evolves into. And we've never experienced this before. We've always been on the other side of it. Lou and I had to deal with John Elway and the Broncos. And, and then, you finally get to this point and you've got the guy that just wins. He's won 17 out of 20 playoff games. Of course, people are going to hate him. But you know what they're also going to do when it's all said and done? They're going to respect him. And if he three-peats, trust me, the narrative will change, not significantly, but change minds. It'll change some minds just for the pure greatness of what they accomplish.
The villainy will become vitriol and just vitriol, hate.
Right? If he repeats, I'm done talking about Mahomes.
It's the Yankees. It's the Yankees. It's Notre Dame football. I mean, you just either you love them or you hate them. What the Cowboys used to be.
Yeah, man.
But you're gonna watch.
Right,
so it'll be the most watched Super Bowl.
He's the John Cena and the Yankees. It would be the John Cena and the Yankees, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because they win all the time, man. So John Cena is a raster from WWE, Lou. You know what I'm saying, Lou and Nick. John Cena, SmackDown, Raw, Netflix. I'm just saying. A lot of people don't know.
That's how he became a great actor. That's how he became.
Absolutely. I know him from the movies.
Yes, right.
Well, I put it like this, man. I'll say yes, this team is a villains right now. A lot of people hating on him. A lot of people send the commercials, the refs. I hate the ref stuff. You know what I mean? It just
so does the league.
It tears my soul up. But again, when he does it, you know what they're gonna say, guys? Yes, he won 3 in a row. Let's move the stick. They're gonna keep moving it, they're gonna keep moving the stick. Oh no, he's not this, he's not that. They still gonna move the stick. Next year is gonna be something else Pat gotta do.
I'm not moving the stick. I'm not moving the stick.
You move the stick all the time, sir. Mainly I'm talking about you, sir. You want to move the stick all the time. Oh yeah, this year is gonna be Patrick. I'm not gonna talk stuff about Patrick Mahomes no more. And then Patrick Mahomes win one. Did he still talk stuff? Did he say, hey, if Patrick Mahomes win this year, I'm not gonna say any more about Patrick Mahomes? And he continues to say stuff about Patrick Mahomes. He's like, hey, I think he loves Patrick Mahomes. He just don't know how to say it like the rest of the fan bases out there.
That's a strong statement to make, though. That's a strong statement to make.
Yeah, I got a question for Coach. What can Joe Burrow come back from next year?
From a bad defense. From a bad defense, I
don't think so.
Bad relationship. Yeah, maybe the Batmobile shows up and it's
rumor is that T Higgins gonna stay. Rumor is T Higgins is gonna stay.
There's no way they're gonna pay him. There's no way they can pay all 3 of those guys.
Man, you gotta have
take a pay cut enough.
He might. Hey, that franchise tag might be
2 wide receivers plus Hendrickson.
The franchise tag might be a good deal for the Bengals. It's not nearly as much as a new contract.
Yeah.
Hello.
I tell you, the best villain thing that's going to happen out of this football game is when the Chiefs win Sunday night. We're all going to talk about one thing.
4P. So with that said, what's your 5 keys to victory?
God, that's a lot.
Just
It's
one.
all-
Let's do one each.
Just one each.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. For me, I'm gonna go first. The 5 keys to victory is this, man. Damn, that's like Lou. You ain't lying. It's a lot because
Just
I
pick
wrote
out
down a bunch
one.
of shit.
Pick out your
Hold on,
best.
hold on. Now I wrote down a bunch of stuff. Now, Lou, give me some time, baby. Give some time,
Okay.
baby.
Should we go first, and then you could
Man, you gotta control Saquon, man. You gotta win in the trenches. I'm gonna say win in the trenches. You gotta win in the trenches. Offense and defense, win in the trenches. Easy.
That's it.
That's what you wrote down?
Because if I would have broken it down in detail, I would have took over the whole show, man. I'm just saying.
That's what you wrote down, sir. You wrote all day. You had that, and you just wrote down that. This type of shock cover. That's what you wrote.
I got 2 pages worth of stuff, man. I'm just
Still
saying.
in shock that Joe Burrow won comeback player of the year. That's
Nick,
all.
you're a hater. You are a
Lou, what's
hater.
your
Nick.
key? Lou, what's your key?
All right, Mango. What's your key? What's your key?
take
Mango?
care of the ball, protect the quarterback. That's what he has.
Easy peasy.
Go ahead, man.
Eagles fan couldn't sell
My key will be, special teams, Harrison Butker, Matt Ariza, 81, and Leo Chanel's going to block another kick. So
That'd be sweet.
you heard it here first.
All right, Lou.
Damn, that's 5 takes, man. I thought you said 1. I thought we all doing 1 take, man.
Hey, I said special
He
teams.
throwing 5 takes, man.
Special teams.
I said special teams, and I got it out in under a minute.
players. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll let you slide with that one, Mango. I'll let you slide with that one.
We've been saying it all week, but I mean, more specifically, as far as Saquon's concerned, not so much you're going to shut him down, but not to give up the really backbreaker, like the 50, 60, 70 yard touchdown. So the biggest thing, again, it comes down to fundamentals, and it sounds boring or whatever, but the bottom line is most of these big games, that's what it comes down to. So the guys in the second and third levels tackling, because that's where you see those big runs. You saw it against Washington. That shouldn't have been a 60-yard touchdown, but they missed 2 or 3 tackles and he's gone.
Yeah.
And normally if he makes one guy miss, see you later. Yeah. So I think those guys and they're really good. The Chiefs tackle probably better than any team in the NFL, and their defensive backs are probably better at it, whether it's Watson, McDuffie, Jay Reed, Jaden Hicks, all those guys. So that I think that's really going to be, for me, my one would be, I don't want to see any long Saquon runs.
That's a good point.
I just seen this in the chat. He said the Bengals couldn't sell enough chili drink. So,
I got jokes.
But again, go ahead. What's yours, Nick? Go. What you got?
Mine is really simple. The Chiefs just can't beat themselves, and that's it. If they don't turn the ball over, they're going to win. If they play their game and they stick to their game plan, they plug their gap. I mean, just don't make mistakes, and this is going to be a blowout for the Chiefs.
Mine's is simple, man. Protect the golden goose, aka the golden kid. If you like back in school, right? You know the hot potato game. He used to throw the potato, he couldn't drop it, right? You can't let Patrick Mahomes touch that turf not once. Let Patrick Mahomes be the greatest he can be. So protect the golden goose, and you will win this game. But when Mahomes is on fire, he's on fire. He's going to get it done. So I'll say like that: protect the golden goose and rock out with that one. So
hey, John, exactly. Real quick, John said, "Yeah, Dre's exactly right. Games are won and lost in the trenches." The thing about them was Giants, man. You going against Goliath over there with the Eagles, man. So if George can get off, that's huge. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think offensively early on, you might see like a similar game plan that they used with Buffalo.
Yep.
Some RPOs, a lot of those bunch formations.
Exactly.
Get the ball out quick. Because there's different ways that you can help the offensive line, and that's one of them, is to get the ball out quick. And maybe as the game goes on, maybe you sprinkle in some shots and some pass plays that take a little bit longer. And then again, defensively, I don't know if they're going to stack the box. I don't know what they're going to do. Run blitzes, whatever Spags comes up with is just, you can't let Saquon get off early. And I'll repeat myself, no long runs.
No long runs.
5 or 6 yards. Okay, whatever. We'll deal with it. But those long, they're just backbreakers. They kind of,
hey, you know what?
Everybody
Lou,
starts pointing fingers, and it just gets ugly real quick.
Lou, that's a good point you just made. Like in the Super Bowl, it ain't about stats. It's about back-breaking plays on both sides. We don't need them. Those are ones. Those are killers. You exactly correct. Exactly.
So speaking of that, who's your offensive MVP? Do you think the Chiefs offense MVP will be? Who you think?
Hey, why you keep putting the Chiefs? Why you put both Chiefs or Eagles? Maybe this is the Chiefs show.
First of all, this is a Chiefs shirt. So
okay, I apologize. I apologize. I'm just making sure now.
Everybody gang green.
If you've got an Eagle, go ahead, Coach. It's all right.
Okay, listen. Shout out to my son, man. I think Carter, man, is going to be the MVP.
Offensive.
Be MVP.
Offensive.
Excuse me. Carter's my son's favorite player. I'm just saying, Lou. Carter's my son's favorite player. I'm saying Carter, but Eagles offensively, it'll be Shaquan.
All right.
All right, Mango.
I mean, it's got to be Patrick, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Really, that's the obvious one. Yeah. So 15 for me.
I agree.
He's gonna get it, but in
Yeah.
some other universe where they actually just maybe vote for some other guys.
Yeah, you're right.
This may end up being a big Travis game.
I
just have a feeling. I mean, just the way that Fangio plays defense and whatever, it could be 50 Shades, but more than likely it's going to be Travis. So if it's not Pat, I think it's going to be Travis.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to go against Patrick Mahomes, especially if he has 3 combined touchdowns or 4, and he just plays that game. I mean, again, I said this all week. You look at him; he's dialed in. The way he addressed the media and talked to the media, Marty used to talk about the gleam in your eye. This kid has got lasers in his eyes right now. He knows what's at stake, and he is not going to let this opportunity be missed. He will solidify himself as one of the greatest, if not the greatest quarterback of any generation, and with a win.
I agree.
He's going to be so dialed in. He's not going to be overhyped. He's been there, done that. So, to me, he's going to be the MVP.
Well, yeah, everybody would say MVP, Pat. You know what I mean? But it's going to start with that offensive line. So I would say Joe Tooney all the way down, all the way over to Jonathan Taylor. I think he's going to come down to those guys. So I would say it will be them. Patrick Mahomes going to win it, but I think he's going to present the MVP trophy.
I think that might be like plus 1 million on Underdog Fantasy.
Yeah, I think that might be a little high.
I think you would, if that happens, you would be the new owner of Underdog Fantasy.
Yes.
I'm done, man. For real.
Speaking of Underdog, what about the defense? Who do you think will be the MVP on defense? Drake. You already said Carter, so
Joshua Williams, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, he thinks Joshua. Mango?
Leo Chanel.
Okay.
I bet you special team guy, huh? You all special team Mango. That's all it is. That's your favorite position.
What do you got?
Right.
Yeah, well, I've been touting Leo and George, all show. So I'm not gonna break stride with that. So let's go with George. I mean, he said Leo. I would be perfectly happy with that. I'd be ecstatic. But let's go with George. I want to see him get that third sack and just I think Chris Jones might be more happy if that happened to George than George would be, right? I mean, he would literally pick him up and lift him off the ground. So, yeah, let's see that. George, furious George.
Yeah, I got a feeling Chris Jones is going to be the defensive MVP for the Chiefs. I just think that he personifies and understands how big this game is. And I think he's the best defensive player on either roster.
Yeah. And,
he's been double teamed and triple teams, but now with Karlaftis and Amenahue out there and Mike Dana getting pressure on quarterbacks over the last, into the postseason for certain. I just think he's going to have one of those games where people are going to be reminded how great he is. And I'll never forget, being on that podium after, saying he's going to come back and they're going to three-peat. And if you caught it in the locker room after the game against the Bills, he looked at Travis Kelce and he said, one more. And I think he's going to have one of the better games of his entire career.
Yeah, this all sound good. And then you get Chris Jones, and all these other guys. But like rest his soul, Terez Paylor. Like you said, the contract years undefeated. That's why I said Trey Smith, big stage. Another man on the defensive line, big stage. Number 98, Trevon Wharton. You is going to be the MVP. The money is in your hand to win.
Last game is a Chief.
Yeah, last game is a Chiefs. People are watching. Everybody is
better be productive.
Beach is watching you. Andy Reid. Everybody said, "Hey, he's on a 1-year deal." Hey, you are my baby Aaron Donald. That's how he plays to me. If that's going to be the guy that gets it done to get MVP, it's going to be Wharton, number 90.
He has more sacks than Carter. He doesn't have as many tackles or pressure.
I'm just saying, against that stout offensive line, you going with him? That's the guy you go with, sir.
A lot of decisions for
the Green Mile guy. He's going to beat up the Green Mile guy, sir. The 6'7" Green Mile guy. You sure about that, sir?
The star of the show in New Orleans this week has pretty much been Jameis Winston from Monday.
Oh, Jameis Winston kicking butt, man. He's been kicking
today,
butt.
and he made some good points today. He was on McAfee's show.
Yeah,
he was talking about is where you talk about how good the Eagles' offensive line is. Basically, they really can't fix themselves on Chris Jones because Chris is always moving.
Yeah,
I mean, he'll move himself from one side to the other, from the edge coming inside. He may stand up. He may, so it's not like, in the huddle, we're gonna move our protection this particular way, or they call it automatic to we're gonna slant our protection this way. He may just jump to the other side right before they do that. He's always looking for the weak link. So I thought that was a pretty good. I mean, it's obvious, but Jameis was the one that kind of pointed it out.
Hey, real quick on that line though, Cam Juggins, right? I said his name right. Lou Cam Juggins. Yeah. He's the weakest link. He's the weakest link on that offensive line. So Fred Jones.
He's actually He's actually really good.
No, he's a 52. No, he's a 52% now. He's low. He's very low.
I don't know what that means, but
basically his pass protection grade is 52.
Okay,
the lowest.
Right.
The lowest.
Okay.
So
what
that means is Chris Jones is going to tear him a new asshole.
Yes,
that's all I'm saying.
We'll see, because they were he and Dickerson were both dinged up the last game. Again, it's been 2 weeks, so we'll see. But really haven't heard much from their camp injury wise. What's happening? There's some limited participation, full participation, but it's a little bit different once you line up, across from
Carter's bank. Carter got an illness now. My boy Mitchell got an illness.
He was full. Yes, full participant yesterday.
He better be, because if not, man, I'm done. I said, nah, come on, bro. No, man.
You're just gonna blame the refs if he doesn't play. I know.
Goddamn right, I will.
The Chiefs have their little spook spies out there.
Keep that Arrowhead spirit in Arrowhead, man.
Injecting the Eagles food with that voodoo, man.
See, man. Come on, man.
But again, let's get into our score predictions right now.
Look at that, a clean sweep.
Ain't that crazy?
Sweep. Nick got him 38. Well, me and Nick had to. Well, everybody. Well,
I got 33, as in 3 straight Super Bowls.
Okay, so
threes are wild.
Threes are wild. So Nick got 33-19, Dre 24-21. Me,
go Chiefs, go Kingdom.
Lou 38-33, Mango 34-31.
This is the biggest score I've predicted all year. So I might be way off, because I predict them in the 20s, because that's kind of where they've lived lately. But they did put up 32 last week. I think Hollywood is opening up that offense, is giving Xavier some additional cover in terms of the speed guy, so they can't focus on him, and it's just opened everything up. So I got a feeling they're going to score some points.
But you know what, guys? I just thought about we talking about all these great players on the offensive receivers, though. It's but it's only like so many packages you can put these guys in. You know what I'm saying? Because the Eagles secondary is legit. So it's like this is the person he put in there. Because like I said, they can play man too. They can play man to man
very well. They don't play man that well.
They play man. They play man pretty good now. They got some corners for it.
Well, it's not really Fangio style. I'm sure they will line up in man
that's what I'm saying.
Times. You can't do the. You know, I mean, you're not going to run the same thing the whole game. They're going to switch up and different whatever. But those guys, they are still rookies. Yeah. All right. Cooper DeJean, Mitchell. They are. I mean, again, they're very good rookies, but they are still rookies. So this is going to be a little bit different from them.
Cooper seemed to be a little inundated by.
Think back a couple of years ago when Cuffs was a rookie, when Jalen Watson was a rookie, Joshua was a rookie against the Eagles. They're injuries. Again, I'm not saying they're going to get torched, but there's going to be maybe a play or two where there's miscommunication and somebody hit them for a big play. So definitely. Like Worthy here, rookie I respect those guys. They are going to be great players. They are great players, but biggest stage, we'll see. There's going to be at some point, like I said, miscommunication between different guys, and next thing you know maybe Xavier's just flying down.
They've not faced an offense and receivers and tight ends like this. All
that's going to be something to say, man.
They did play the Rams, so
the Rams should have beat them.
They could have. That's my point. Is that, but even with the Puka and Cooper Kupp and D-Rob. How's that? Would we, any of us had bet on that at this stage of the year, at some point during his career, we're pointing towards D-Rob as a big time player on another team.
Hey, I said that years ago, man. I like D-Rob. He
is such at his age, he was just such a kind of a character type, and you'd see him make big plays, and it seemed like he and Pat were always on the same page.
Especially his rookie
but
year.
There wasn't a ton of consistency, so they end up let him go. So he grew up.
Hey, kudos to him. He's going to be the guy next year with Cooper.
Hey,
Kupp,
man. You know what?
Trade block.
Hey, you know what? Real quick, when he wasn't out there for the Rams look a little flat. But when he was out there, man, the Rams look a little more explosive, man. It looked more
having that third guy always is good.
It all helps.
Yeah. What do you have for a story time, Nick? What you have?
All right. Well, my friend Jared Allen was elected into the NFL Pro Football Hall of Fame last night. For those that remember my days at Warpaint Illustrated. Jared, myself, Boomer Grigsby, we hung out a lot. We had probably the best 4 years of my entire life, career-wise, in regards to being a reporter. Was that Jared Allen signed this ball for me when he got his only All-Pro in a Chiefs uniform back in 2008. He was a Pro Bowler. Probably one of the nicest guys I've ever met. Crazy in the locker room. A couple of things I've got signed. He used to wear a mankini for Halloween in the locker room, and we all looked at him and just like, first of all, we couldn't believe that he actually wore it, and we couldn't believe that he would wear it annually. It seemed like he was
ahead of his time.
Free spirit. I think if he and Carl Peterson had ever been able to get on the same page, I think Jared Allen would have played the majority of his career in Kansas City. He will go down in my book as one of my favorite players of all time in a Chiefs uniform. And I am so happy for him and so excited. And I am definitely going to Canton. I'm not going to miss his induction into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I went for Derek Thomas, and I'm definitely not going to miss this one. Hopefully I'm going to contact him and Boomer, and hopefully we'll be able to hang out with the guys and kind of have a mini reunion. But Jared Allen, congrats. For getting into the Hall of Fame. You deserve it. You did things right. You did things your way. And God love you, brother. Congrats.
So he's like,
Jared Allen's phenomenal. That's my favorite player when I was like back in the day. I love Jared Allen.
Fifth round pick.
Fourth round.
FCS school was the Buck Buchanan Award winner.
Yeah,
which they give out annually to like the best pass rusher in FCS. Well, for the younger folks, it as FCS now. It used to be 1AA or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, and then just the whole rodeo thing, the sack celebration.
Yeah, and the thing is, he was drafted as a backup deep snapper, and Dick Vermeil, Carl really liked him, and Dick Vermeil said, "Okay, fine, if you want to take him, he's a deep snapper." And he gets into training camp and he starts wreaking havoc, as a defensive end. And Dick's like, "Oh, well, maybe we have something here." And he had, again, a Buck Buchanan Award winner. He was outstanding. He had a motor. He never gave up. I think he actually caught a passing touchdown too at one point in his career in Kansas City. Just balls to the wall, man. The guy never made any excuses. He worked his tail off. He played hurt, and he was always great with interview. I mean, he treated me with a lot of respect, and we had a lot of fun together. And like I said, he, Boomer, and I, Larry Johnson, we had some really great times during that era for certain.
Yes,
congratulations.
There you go, Jared. Let's go.
Absolutely. He reminds me of that defense end for the Bengals.
Yeah, he's a lot like Henderson.
Yeah, a lot of motor, high motor,
very similar.
Yeah, absolutely. See. I'm just doing good comparison. I'm just saying. It's
I agree.
Great comparison.
Yeah. So with that said, man, hey, hope you guys enjoyed the show. We had a packed show today. Hey, good takes. Everybody gave some
Super Bowl week. Come on,
ain't good takes, man. Listen, guys.
I know it's illegal to eat an eagle, but today the Eagles and Sunday will be eat.
We would not say that on this show. Eat an eagle. We would not say that on this show. Eat an eagle.
The wolf will be eat the eagle on Sunday. So with that said, guys, hey,
the Chief mascot a wolf?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
I thought it was a raccoon or something. Anyway,
no.
Sir, drink your strawberry milk and be quiet, sir.
It's watermelon water, sir. Watermelon water.
All right, that's it, everybody. We'll be back. We'll have a pregame, 11:30 on Sunday?
11:30.
Yep.
11:30 Central Time. And then post-game.
So right up to kickoff, like a 6-hour show?
Yeah, no, I don't think it's going to be one of those. After the game, and then also back on Monday. And we'll dissect the Chiefs' three-peat history. Everybody have a great couple days, 2 more sleeps. Enjoy it. Go Chiefs. Hense, Lou, Mango, and Coach Dre, thank you all so much for being
38-17 Chiefs.
Let's do it.